Within this particular practice, we're going to go through somatic cues that help you to inquire and dig deep into why it is, what your body has to say about how you consume information on your screen, and also how you feed that screen yourself, that energetic exchange. We live in a world of constant energetic exchange, constant consumption and being consumed. Consumption of social media, consumption of our work, consumption of messages, and consumption of the expectations that we put on ourselves or the expectations of others. It's all energy that's being exchanged both within and without. And so today we're going to have a look at a simple practice that's going to help you to reflect on the ways in which you interact with energies, that energetic exchange. But particularly we're going to dive into energetic exchange when it comes to our screens and social media, hence the DigiDetox method. So within this particular practice, we're going to go through somatic cues that help you to inquire and dig deep into why it is, what your body has to say about how you consume information on your screen, and also how you feed that screen yourself, that energetic exchange. So we're going to start to inquire a little bit about that today. So find a comfortable position and let's get started. So this DigiDetox method has two phases. Phase 1 or part 1 being the consumption phase, so the information or energy that you are consuming, so that outward energy coming inwards. And then phase 2 or part 2 being the energy that goes outwards, so what you are putting out there, your energy going outwards to others, how others consume you, in other words. And so these are the two phases that make up the DigiDetox method or practice. And so we're going to start with phase 1, part 1, consumption, because I feel like this one in particular is something that we can all relate to a lot more, whereas phase 2, part 2, is more for people who have a bigger presence on social media, people like influencers, people who own businesses and run a lot of their business on social media like I do. Part 2 or phase 2 really does address people who have a lot of online presence and put themselves on online for consumption. Just like you're watching this video, I'm putting this out here for you to consume this information. And so that's really what phase 2 is. So let's start with phase 1, part 1, the consumption, the way you consume and take in information. And so part 1, the first thing you want to do is notice the moments where you are scrolling or consuming mindlessly. The parts of you that are taking on information on a screen, but you know deep down you don't really feel the greatest right now, as in it's not really serving you. All it's doing is filling a moment of pause, a moment of boredom, a moment of avoidance. And in these moments when we have that conscious awareness of it, that realization, this is where we can come to phase 1 of the DigiDetox method. You can begin to somatically inquire, self-inquire, as you complete your scrolling, as you complete whatever's consuming you on the screen, and start reflecting. You don't even have to put the screen down. You can just kind of stop and look at the screen and somatically inquire, go inwards. As you recall this last scroll, or this last moment before you became aware of it, notice how your body responds in that moment. As you have become aware of it, how is your body responding? How does your body feel in this moment? And this can be an answer such as bored, or tired, drained, numb, dissociated. Or it could be as strange and vague as, oh, I have this pit in my stomach, or this weight in my chest, or I have this mild headache or tingling in my brain, in my third eye, for example, or the top of my head hurts, or my feet just feel flighty and fidgety right now. It could be a body sensation, it could be an emotion, it could even be a thought. The thought could be, I don't want to be doing this right now, as in the thing you're avoiding, or I don't want to have that conversation with that person right now, or I really don't want to go there with my emotions right now, so I'm shielding them and I'm distracting myself with my screen. Whatever comes through with your body, no matter how vague and strange or how specific it is, trust what comes through and don't overthink it. Bring your awareness to your body. Do a body scan. If you're struggling, if you're feeling dissociated from your body, start with a body scan. Just the minute you notice your screen is not serving you and it doesn't feel right, just take that moment to scan your body. You don't even have to close your eyes, just scan your body. What's coming up in the body? That's the way we somatically inquire. It's really that simple. The tricky part is learning to give our conscious mind a backseat and allowing the unconscious to speak through our body. So just, in other words, trusting what comes through, that piece of information that comes through, whether it's an emotion, a thought, a feeling, a body sensation, A subtle energetic sensation around you. You might feel like a heat or a coolness around your body. That's more the energetic body speaking to you. But just giving your body that time to respond to the very specific question, what am I feeling in my body right now as I'm looking at my screen, right? So if the question to your body is specific, your body will answer. No matter how vague or specific it is, trust that answer. And if you want to specify, go deeper and ask your body, what do you mean by this? What does this sensation showing up mean? What is that sensation of coldness or warmth fuzzing around my body? And give your body that time to respond. Do not rush. And then from there, you can start to ask yourself, is this input of my screen nourishing me, or is it draining me? Is it depleting me? And then again, take that time to let your body respond in whichever way it does. We have thought form. So again, coming through as a thought. We have emotions coming through the emotional body, thought being a mental, emotions being emotional body. We have subtle energy body, so little tingles, a feeling, a subtle knowing of something that we can't quite explain, that's a little more vague or dreamlike. And then we also have physical body sensations, a pit in your stomach. Your stomach might gurgle, you might get a tickle in your throat, you might feel a vague headache come on. All these things are messages and they come through in these forms, but it doesn't matter what form it comes in, it is a piece of information for you. Your body is responding to your question, to your somatic inquiry. And from that, you can understand more than what the mind is logically thinking. We're going past the logic, past the hyper-analytical, hyper-logical brain and into the unconscious aspects and the semi-conscious aspects of our brain, of our mind, which is our emotions, our energetic body, our physical body, sensations, sensing into what's coming up. And then another question you could ask yourself is, do I feel more myself looking at this screen or less? Do I feel like myself as I'm looking at this screen, or do I feel less like myself right now? That's another good question. So they're the 3 questions you can ask yourself, hyper specific when it comes to how you're consuming on your screen. And in those moments when you catch yourself, you just stop, do a body scan, ask your body, how are you feeling right now as I consume this information? And let your body respond. Then you can ask yourself, is this input that I'm receiving nourishing or depleting? That's the second question. And then the third question being, do I feel more myself while I do this or less myself? In other words, do I feel more connected to myself doing this or less? And based on these answers, again, giving it time, letting your body to respond, trusting the response, not overthinking it, not pushing for a response, but just trusting, giving your mind a backseat and trusting. Once you have all this information, you can understand yourself on a deeper level, and therefore you can move forward with greater knowledge consciously of what is happening unconsciously. And you can continue to check. You can continue to do this part, this phase 1 of the method, whenever you notice it. You can save this video, have it timestamped. I'll have the timestamps in the description below. Come to this part and practice it. I'll also write the 3 questions for phase 1 below as well. Once you have your answers as well, I should probably mention this, you can then respond with a somatic movement. So for example, if you respond with a bodily sensation, like a mild headache or tight wrists, tight hands, you can start to respond with movement. Shake it out. Clear that feeling if it doesn't feel like it serves you. Shake your body out. Have a little movement break. And then from there, you can also affirm with a mantra, I choose what enters my field. So this is again addressing phase 1, we're addressing the information that comes in. I choose what enters my field. That brings a conscious awareness and a real intentionality to how we are consuming our screens. And then phase 2, we're looking at how we output our information for others to consume on screens. So this is again more for people who have a deeper presence on social media and online and on screens. We're looking at that energetic output. Our energy from inwards is going out. How others consume us. And so the moment to check in here isn't when we notice that we're scrolling or that we're consuming something online and it doesn't feel right. That's phase 1 where we do that practice. When we are on our screens and we are about to post something, to upload something, when we are editing something, when we are creating something that we are going to be putting out there for others to consume. This is the moment where we stop before we hit that upload button or that post button to check in with the body. Again, a somatic cue. You scan the body, reflecting on the data and information, the piece of energy that you are going to be uploading or posting or putting out there, that flow of energy outwards, reflecting on that as you do a body scan, asking yourself, how much are you giving? How much are you giving? And then listening for the response. Again, it'll come through in 4 forms. Thought form, the mental body. Emotions, the emotional body. A subtle energetic knowing, a deep knowing, an instinct or an intuition, which is the energetic body. or a physical body sensation, like a pit in the stomach, aching in the feet, a little bit of a weightedness on the shoulders, but just checking in, allowing the body to respond and trusting the response. And then from there, after you get your response from the first question, you then can ask yourself another question. Is the way in which I'm giving this energy out, is that feeling good in my body? Again, taking a moment, scan through the body, see how this feels. Wait for the response, trust the response. Let your mind take a back seat and listen to the unconscious and semi-conscious parts of you to respond and give you that information that you're not able to see on a conscious logical level. And then the last question you can ask yourself when it comes to outward energy and others consuming what you put out there is asking yourself, am I performing for approval or am I performing with purpose and passion and desire? Is this information or energy that I'm about to put out there for performing, or is it with purpose, passion, and desire that I'm putting this out there? Get clear on your intention as to what you're giving away, why, and how much you're giving away. And let your body respond to each of those questions. Again, I will put these questions in the caption below, and I'm also going to put a timestamp so you can come back to phase 2 whenever you feel like you want to do a check-in and ask these questions. And again, based on how your body responds, it might be a physical body sensation. You might have a little bit of lower back stiffness when it responds to the questions. Start to mobilize your back. Do some cat-cows. Exhaling on the way down and in, inhaling on the way out and up, loosening the back. Just respond to your body and say thank you for the information by giving it some movement and allowing it to move in the way that it wants to. And then you can finalize phase 2 after doing some movement and some practice and getting the information that you needed to get from your unconscious and semi-conscious parts of your body, a whole body yes, before hitting that upload or post. Once you finalize that, you can also affirm with, I am not here to be consumed, I am here to be witnessed. I'm not here to be consumed, I'm here to be witnessed. Or you could say, I'm not here for approval, I'm simply here to connect. Whatever feels right for you, you can make your own mantras up. But have this mantra that works for you, paraphrase it in a way that feels right for you, and use that to out loud too. Say the words out loud, activate the throat chakra, get that real intentionality into what it is that you are consuming and what it is that you're putting out there for others to consume. Whenever doing a somatic practice, I always add in the energetics as well. So add in that vocal mantra at the end. Get the throat activating and bring some real intentionality into this current lifetime where you are at right now before posting, uploading, or consuming on your screens. And just remember, your body and your energy is sacred. Your body is not a product for others to approve of, to consume. Your body is sacred. Your energy is sacred. And your output is not the equivalent or does not equal your worth as well. That's another thing I would add on. Your worth is not deemed by the way others consume you. Your worth comes from within. And you can apply this reminder to both phases, really. We are not here to be consumed. We're here to be witnessed, to connect with like-minded people, with people on the same frequency as us, wherever we are at. And whatever frequency we are at, let us be at that. If I'm at rock bottom and I just want someone to relate to me because they're also at rock bottom, that connection in itself will bring people upwards if they are conscious and aware and intentional with what they're doing, of course, and have a loving vibration with it. Let yourself be where you are at. Let yourself be witnessed. Connect to others when it feels right. Discern for yourself when it feels right to have that outward energy exchange and when it feels right to have that inward energy exchange, that consumption. And if this feels like a journey that you want to go even deeper with, you are welcome to check out my one-on-one offerings on my website, my one-on-one sessions. We can work together. You can also check out my courses, the Feminine Harmony program, and all my mini courses. Every single one of them help you tap into your body through somatic cueing, energetic cueing, and also some practices as well. You are always invited. I'll see you next time.